The Ramsey Show. You can be intentional about your character. You can have money and a career. You are the hero in your story.
Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, broadcasting from the Dollar Car Rental Studio, this is The Ramsey Show, where America hangs out to have a conversation about your life and your money. I'm Chris Hogan, and hosting along with me this hour is Ramsey personality, Mr. Anthony O'Neill, and we are excited to be with you. We need to light up these phone lines. I know you're out there. I know you've got some money questions. I know you've got some things on your mind that you'd like to talk about, and we're here for you. So, AO, are you ready?
Man, I'm ready, man.
You properly caffeinated?
Yes, sir. Well, caffeinated for me is just waking up. I'm just a young, energetic guy.
Yeah, okay, you're not that young. All right, we're excited to take your call. Get on the phone and pick it up, people. Call us 888-825-5225. Again, that's 888-825-5225. Kelly's standing by. She's ready to jump on the phone to take your call. Also, find us on social media. We'd love to be able to hear from you. All right, AO, let's get on the line. We've got, looks like we've got William on the line. William, how are you?
I'm doing great, Chris. How are you?
I'm focused and not finished, my friend. How can we help you today?
Yeah, so I've been doing Dave's plan. Well, started Dave's plan the beginning of last year during the pandemic. I found him online. And I'm having trouble getting my wife on track with starting the baby steps and being gazelle intense, like you guys say. And I just wanted to see what you guys would think would be the best way to get her, motivated to be debt-free.
Well, what's her issue? What's the problem?
Well, I don't know. I think she's not. She knows about Dave's plan, but maybe she's just not feeling like it's doable to pay off the debt that we have.
Okay, well, hold on, William. Let's back up a second. So talk to us like we're your wife. What did you come home and say? AO, we're your wife. Come tell us what you said. How did you go home and introduce this to your wife?
Well, she knew who Dave was because her mother
That's not what I asked you. Tell me. What'd you tell her?
I told her that I wanted to do the plan. I read the Total Money Makeover, and I wanted to start the baby steps.
Okay. Why did you want to start the baby steps?
Well, because we make too much money to be broke.
Okay.
That's what I told her. That was my exact words. That we're really blessed with the incomes that we're able to bring in.
Okay.
And we should be good stewards of our money.
All right. William, how many kids? Do you all have kids?
Yeah, we got two. One's 2 and one's 7.
How much money do y'all make a year, William?
Last year, 2020, we made $140,000.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. Then we'll come back to this wife situation. What kind of debt do you have?
Well, we have her student loans, which are $58,000. Mm-hmm. I have a 401k loan that's $7,800.
What kind of loan did you say that was?
401k.
A 401k loan. I took it out to buy a car after a lease.
Okay, that's all right. What else you got?
Then we have our mortgage that is $170,000.
Okay. All right, AO, what are you going to talk? What are you going to tell him?
I don't know if you want to come to me first, there, buddy.
Come on.
I'm a little different, man.
I'm ready for it.
No, because I don't even know if my answer is the right answer because I've never been married. But I'm in the safe place. I say this in a respectful way. I think. No, I'm not even going to play with you like that. Here's the thing, man. I think one of the reasons why ladies, and I'm not married, so I'm trying to be careful on what I say, Hogan.
Right, I understand.
See, I'm a little different. I would say, babe, this is what we're going to do. And here's why we're going to do this. I think sometimes, man, we have to step up and lead with love, lead with compassion. But I think if you say, babe, we're going to do this because I want us to be financially well. I want to start building legacy. I want to start building wealth. And I need you to trust me on this. That's how I would have started the conversation, not just by saying it, but also by saying it followed by the explanation and just taking the lead.
Yeah, William, I think it's one of these things where it's not talking at her, it's talking with her.
See, that's a problem.
And what I would do is sit down and really talk about, because I'm going to tell you right now, I know the number one thing that you all are united in. I know the number one motivator for both of you, or a common ground that you all can lock horns and get serious about this, and it's those 2 kids. You see, you talking to her about the legacy and the mindset and the things you want your kids to have, because I don't know a parent or a grandparent on this planet that don't want their kids or grandkids to have better than what they had. And the only way, William, for your kids to have better is if you all do better. Mm-hmm. So I would sit down and talk with her. You're talking at her right now, and that's a good start. But if you want to get on the same page, ask her about her dreams. Ask her about her hopes and desires and what she wants to accomplish. How does she envision the future for the kids? How does she envision the future for you all? And uniting in that dream will get you all talking and communicating. And then you can start to say, you know, honey, I've seen this plan, or I've seen this bald man, Dave Ramsey. There's another bald man, but he's nicer. That's me. But they've got a plan that's helped millions of people, and I want us to start helping ourselves.
Now, let me ask you this there, Hogan. Am I wrong? And it's maybe why I'm still single. I would have told my wife what we're doing.
Okay. Well, no.
I mean, I'm just saying, we got to get our money right. We're going to get our money right. And this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, this is what I think we should do.
No, this is what we're going to do.
This is what I think we should do.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
okay.
See, okay. Boy, we got to help this young man over here. He knows better than that. He's just harassing. He's messing up. But I'm going to tell you this, A.O., for real. When we start talking about the things we have in common,
yes, I agree,
and the dreams that we have in common, now you can start to move in a direction.
It's all about unity.
It is about unity, man. And so if you're out there and your spouse isn't on board, what you have to do is begin to talk and find out why. I don't know why we're hesitant to ask questions. Why aren't you willing to try? Or what is it that you're scared of? Most people in getting serious about money, whenever you start talking about working a plan, people automatically start to think of what they can't do.
I agree.
They see it as handcuffs.
Yes.
And it's really not. It's really a matter of a budget gives you permission to spend. Now you're going to spend without guilt or without having drama. And so now you start to get united. So sit down with her and have a conversation.
Yeah, and I think, too, when you're having that conversation, Hogan, ask yourselves each other why. You know, I always say if your why doesn't make you cry, then the price of commitment will make you cry. And figure out what is that deep why. You said the two kids could be their common ground. Well, get down to the why. Like, why do you want what you want for your kids? And when you start getting emotional on the inside, man, those two coming together will go after it even harder and even better. She'll actually start taking the lead more than him. He'll be like, yes, this is the wife that I've been wanting. Yes.
That's right.
So, I mean, I totally agree. Joking earlier, just for radio, but honestly, I think if the both of them can come together
Don't
and
try
identify,
to backtrack now.
I'm being real.
Nope. You were being bossy.
My future wife may be listening right now.
Oh,
I
she's
don't want
listening.
her to think that.
She's listening, and she's going to call me at the break. But here's the thing. William, you guys make $140,000. You've got $58,000 in student loan, $7,800 in a 401k, and $170,000 in your mortgage. If you all will lock arms and get serious, and she's probably also feeling a little regret about this student loan debt. She's feeling a little regret having such a large amount of debt standing in the way. But I love your pronouns, brother.
I love it.
You said we have.
Yeah.
She has this, but we are this. And that kind of mindset, you guys can knock this out if you get serious.
Yeah.
If you lock arms and get intentional. This is an 18 to 24 month thing. And I'm talking about all the student loan debt gone. So get connected with her. Sit down, hold her hand. Talk with her, not at her. And watch what happens when you all get united. Y'all gonna start moving some stuff, brother. You can do this, and we're here to help. This is The Ramsey Show.
Cliff and I joined Christian Healthcare Ministries because we really liked the concept of Christians sharing each other's burdens. And we really experienced that firsthand when Cliff was diagnosed with heart disease. It was just such a relief to know that financial burden was going to be taken care of.
CHM is the original and longest-serving health cost-sharing ministry. Get started today and check us out at chministries.org/budget.
Welcome back, everyone. This is The Ramsey Show. I'm Chris Hogan, and hosting along with me this hour is Anthony O'Neill, and we're taking your calls about your life and your money. We got some folks in the lobby. Just want to remind you that if you're ever in the area, come by the office and you can check it out. Miss Melissa over there will have coffee and cookies and stuff for you. But we got folks in from Colorado. There's a little gang here hanging out. Idaho, California's in the house. I mean, this is amazing. So come on, check us out. We'd love for you to see the new building. Love for an opportunity to be able to meet you up on the Ramsey Show stage. All right, we're going back to the phones. Remember, if you're out there and you've got a question, pick that phone up and call us. The number to call is 888-825-5225. Again, that's 888-825-5225. We would love to be able to talk to you and find out what's on your mind. All right, we're going back to the lines, phone lines. We got Mercedes calling us. Mercedes, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, Chris?
Focused and not finished. How can we help you today?
Hi, Anthony, as well. Just a question to clarify about baby step number 4. I know it's 15% of gross income. My husband and I have a household income where our marginal tax rate is 53.5%. Does that still apply 15% gross, or would you do something different in that case?
Okay, well, no, the 15% is still going to stay the same. What's you all's household income?
Net after tax.
Sure.
Up about $700,000.
Okay. All right. And let me ask you, do you all have any debt right now?
No.
Okay, so your home is paid for and everything?
The home is not paid for. No,
okay.
We do have a mortgage.
Okay, but that'd be debt. So how much do you owe on the home?
Yes. 1.5.
Okay. All right.
Million.
So what line of work are you all in?
My husband is an investment advisor.
Okay. All right. And so looking at this, yeah, the income side, welcome to Texas. But
Yes.
You guys are in Canada, I'm correct, right?
Yes.
Okay. So even in looking at that, yeah, you're going to get in that habit of the 15% of their household income from an investing standpoint. Your husband being an investment advisor, he knows, there are options and things that you guys can do, obviously pre-tax, but post-tax. You guys have a little bit different investment system up there with RRSPs, but you still have the opportunity to be able to save and invest. But also, you guys would look at opportunities to really get hyper vigilant and gazelle intense at chopping down that mortgage.
Yes, and that's what we've been doing. Like, we're paying it. Unfortunately, I found you guys after we bought the place, so we're not on a 15, but we're paying it as though it is a 15.
Okay, well, and Mercedes, you know how often people continue to do that? Consistently? Rarely.
Yeah.
Okay? No, I'm serious. Everybody's got intentions, but I thought I heard something over there. You guys got kids?
Just one, yes.
Yeah, how old is the baby?
Almost a year and a half.
Okay, see, I knew I heard that sound. I got that paternal instinct. But you guys being focused, I would tell you, advise you, I'd go refinance to a 15-year fixed. You guys have the income. You can do it. You're going to see it, and it's going to be $500, $600, $700 more. But just getting in that habit, refinancing it down to a 15 is going to lock you into that. So now it's not a matter of if you feel like it or not. You guys are going to have to avoid what's called income stupid, meaning because you do have a higher level of income, you can tend to do stupid on a larger scale. Can I get an amen, AO?
Amen, brother.
And so you got to be careful with that. So you guys locking in on a 15, being intentional, and also, AO, with that little one, they can start saving for college.
Absolutely, man. I would definitely start looking to a 529 if they're already not doing it, because it sounds like they're doing the right things. They're asking the right questions. So I would definitely open up a 529 and start stacking away some money for college.
Yeah, they're in Canada, so you'd have to look and see what's the equivalent up there of you all being able to put money away. But then at the same time, being intentional, and I mean attacking this mortgage. Yeah. At your income level, this house can be paid off in 2 to 3 years tops without you all sacrificing lifestyle, Mercedes. Yeah. So sit down and talk to your husband. He'll either see that picture or he may be too wise to see it right now, because a lot of people, AO, try to convince themselves, because there are people out there that don't know how to count, that having a mortgage is a good thing, so you can write off the interest. You've got to be kidding me. People when I hear nerds say that, I want to grab them by their pocket protector and just shake them. But I can't do that because that's assault. But I want people to understand, you pay it off. You remove the risk of the mortgage in your life. You're getting rid of risk. You're freeing it up. And now you can donate money to charities or causes you believe in and use that as the tax write-off.
Man, you teaching good today. You okay, Hogan?
I'm fired up today.
What's in this drink?
Leave it alone. Okay. There's caffeine in there, baby.
Oh,
I'm rolling. All right, people, listen to me. If you're out there and you got a question, pick that phone up. Pick it up. Call us 888-825-5225. Again, that's 888-825-5225. Or find us on social media. You can find Anthony at Anthony O'Neill. You can find me at Chris Hogan 360 or The Ramsey Show as well. So you got ways you can reach out, and we'd love to hear from you. All right, let's talk to somebody else. We're going to keep it rolling. John from Tennessee, how are you, brother?
Somewhat focused, but not finished.
All right. I'll take that. What's on your mind?
I need a little focus help.
All right.
So I landed a new job last year and moved from Washington State to God-loving country of Tennessee.
Okay.
And the company threw in a lot of benefits for this move where they helped sell the house in Washington, helped me buy the house here.
Okay.
With my income level as well and all these benefits, my combined income ended up putting us up about $250,000 for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, surprise. We were contributing to a Roth the whole time.
Okay.
So my investment professional said we had to pull those funds out of the Roth and send it back to you because we can't make those contributions because I made too much money apparently last year to do the Roth.
Well,
now the question is since they pulled all those funds and send them back to me, where do we put it?
Well, here's the thing. You could have done, all you had to do was utilize it and do what's called a backdoor Roth.
Yeah.
Where you open up the traditional, go ahead and pay the taxes on it, converting it back over.
So I already have a IRA that's open. I already have a traditional one.
Right. Absolutely.
So,
but you have. Go ahead.
The way he explained it to me was we would have to figure out exactly the percentages and everything else to be able to roll it out of the traditional,
right,
to put it into the backdoor Roth. And it got to the point where we're really confused on how do we do that if I already have an existing IRA.
Okay, so it's two separate things, my friend. You need to reach out with a SmartVestor Pro. Go over to DaveRamsey.com, and we're going to get you connected with a SmartVestor Pro. Your traditional IRA that you already had open, that's fine. That one is there. What I'm saying is the money you were putting in for the Roth that they're now saying income level you can't do, you can do a backdoor Roth, which means you're opening up another traditional IRA and going ahead and paying the taxes on it, which converts it to a Roth. So you guys, you still have options, buddy. We got to get you with someone that can walk you through this and show you the process. Higher income earners, if you're making over $150,000 or over $200,000 if you're married, you still have opportunities to use investment tools. And it's so important to get with the right people, John. So thank you for calling in. Go over to DaveRamsey.com. We're going to get you connected with one of our SmartVestor Pros that'll be able to walk you and guide you through this. The crazy thing is as your income increases, so does the government's hand in your wallet. It's called taxes. I'm still searching for FICA to this day. Man. I don't like them. But we got to deal with it, and we got to be on the ball and make sure things are ready. And speaking of this, it's time for taxes, my friends. We got to get these things situated. And I know you got a lot of irons in the fire. You got a lot of life happening. But what you don't want to do is put this off. So if your taxes aren't complicated, you can file online. We've got a thing called Ramsey Smart Tax. So do me a favor. Text the word tax to 33789. Again, text the word tax to 33789, and you can get started on your taxes today. Let's go on and get that out of your way so you can sleep easy and let your hair down. This is The Ramsey Show. Welcome back to the Ramsey Show. I'm Chris Hogan, and hosting along with me this hour is Anthony O'Neill. And AO is out there all over the place on social media. If you've not found him on YouTube, you need to check him out at Anthony O'Neill. He's on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the things. But he's got a show, and it's called The Table with Anthony O'Neill. And it's now available as a podcast. So you can subscribe to wherever you listen to podcasts. But with every new episode, and again on Mondays, he's going to talk about how to set a clear vision for your future so you can start winning in your life, your money, and your relationships. And he's going to give you everything you need to know to be successful and what it takes for you to make your dreams a reality. Now, AO, I love those two things. Love what you're doing with the show there. It's point number 3 where we got to have a discussion.
What's the problem?
This is the third thing that AO is doing on the show, how you can go from looking fake rich to becoming real wealthy.
Oh, yeah. What's the problem?
Are you going over into the wealth lane?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that lane is taken, AO. That lane it's busy already, my friend.
Man, well, brother, you know what I'm saying? I mean, do your thing, brother, because, you know.
Just when I thought we were on the same page.
Hey, man, listen, man.
Just when I thought we were a team.
It's all good, dog. We are a team.
Man, it's fine.
You talking to older people, I'm talking to younger people.
No, seriously, it is one of those where, you know, if you've not seen AO on video or on stage, you need to. It's high energy, very focused, very effective in his communication. Excited for the show. You need to check it out. It is The Table with Anthony O'Neill. Again, you can find that on YouTube and look it up, but check it out. And also, if you're out there and you've got cousins, nieces, or nephews that are millennials, and you're going, boy, I wish I would have known this stuff earlier. Mm-hmm. You've got a great opportunity as an uncle, an aunt, or a parent to send the young people toward this young man, to give the opportunity to connect. And we've got a great opportunity to impact the youth of this country. We just have to do something.
We do, man. And I think sometimes, and the reason why I'm going this path, Hogan, is because I remember when I was young. I remember when I was in my young 20s. I didn't have someone in their 30s, 10 years older than me, who was just having a real, relevant, and a relatable conversation that made me want to be debt free. That made me want to look at life differently, because everyone who was older than me made being debt free look kind of boring. You know, look kind of old. And so I was like, you know what? Being debt free can be sexy. It can be cool. It can be popular. But you got to have a cool young person in space. And so that's why I said, hey, I believe God has called me here to really have that real, relatable, and relevant conversation. And I keep it 100 about my struggles. Even today, sometimes I'm like, yo, I don't want to wait. But then I have to talk myself into waiting and go back to my deep why. So the conversation is not for everyone, but it's definitely for young people. I would definitely say in between 18 and about 39 years old, who really want to start taking control of their finances. But you've been on my show, and once they get through with me, I'm always pushing them to you. I'm pushing them to Rachel. I'm pushing them to Ken to get a career. We are a team. Yeah. I'm just trying to bring in that younger generation.
No, I know it, man. And it's helpful. And, you know, we can start having these conversations with young people and start to plant those seeds. Yeah. You never know what you can help them to avoid.
Absolutely.
Watch this. All y'all in the lobby, raise your hand if you've done something stupid with money. Okay, see, we got real people out there.
Real people.
Yep. You didn't put your hand up, AO. You need to put hands
I'm not in the
and
lobby.
feet. Okay, that's true. Don't get technical with me. Okay, I'm bigger than you. Don't get technical with me on this radio show, AO. Hey, but listen, people, we are a team here at Ramsey Solutions. We are very focused on helping people in all phases of their lives have hope, and it's really important. If you've not engaged with RamseySolutions.com, get over to the website. Take a look at all the things that are going on. Real quick, before I get back to the phone lines, I also need to let you know we are hiring.
Yeah.
Okay, we are hiring. We are always looking for top-notch quality individuals. I'm looking at one of the gentlemen out there. We were talking at the break. I told him, I said, you better come on. You're going to apply. So if you're out there and you go, boy, I'd love to work at a place where I'm valued, where they want my opinion, they want my input, and they're going to let me work. They're going to let me do my job. You've got a great opportunity by going over to RamseySolutions.com to do work that matters. And that's one of the mantras we have here. And it's one of the things we say. And if you've ever wished that you could wake up on Sunday happy, about going to work on Monday, this is a place you need to check out. You can do it. You can find all the information, and especially if you are in the digital space. Again, we're on the hunt for many software engineers right now with expertise in. I'm about to tell you a whole lot of things that I've heard of and have no idea about. So bear with me. If you got expertise in Ruby on Rails, Java, I've heard of that one, C#, and front-end technologies, we want you. Or if you're a UX designer, SEO, or content marketing specialist, we'd love to talk to you as well. Go over to RamseySolutions.com. You can see all of the openings. We are having people relocate, coming in and loving it, but you have a lot of areas that you can see. They've got it up right now. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see there are probably about 12 areas that we're looking. We have active open positions in. So definitely check that out and make this the year that you start to move in the direction of your dream career or your dream job. And it may not be here. Maybe you're wanting to find that somewhere else. And I'd also want to encourage you to listen to my friend Ken Coleman, one of our colleagues here who's helping people find that dream job. And let's start. Life is too short. Ken is helping you find your career. You can go to kencoleman.com and learn more about his show. Yeah. Life is too precious to waste. Let's move forward in the right way.
Let's do it.
Let's get on the phone lines. We've got Danielle on the line. Danielle, what's your question for Anthony?
Hey, Anthony, this is Danielle. I'm 29 years old. My husband I'm 30. My husband's 29. I apologize for that. We just completed baby step number 2.
Okay, congrats.
And I'm just trying to figure out, I'm the spender, and I'm always like wanting to find the next best thing, which is kind of bad, but I've gotten a little bit better with it.
That's good.
And I used my why as the reason to help pay off my debt.
Yeah.
It was mostly just like student loans and whatnot.
Love it.
How do you get the motivation to keep going? Like, we've paid off our debt. We're getting ready to go to baby step number 3. And I'm just like, I'm seeing what we want, and I want to just go for it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep myself to slow down.
No, I'm with you on that. Danielle, I'm the spender too. I really am. And so, I want to relate with you on that part. Hogan, you're not on this call, so don't worry about this. So I want you to know, one-on-one, I'm with you, okay? When I see something, I want it now, and I want the very best of it. And so I'm with you in that part. But then your why still needs to carry on throughout all baby steps. And so if your why is not as passionate to get you through baby step number 3, then that means you haven't gone deep enough for your why. Okay. So very quickly, what's your why? In 10 seconds, what's your why?
Honestly, to change my family tree.
Okay, cool. And here now follow this. Why do you want to change your family tree?
I was tired of being broke my whole life, and I don't want to be like that when I grow up.
Got you. Why are you tired of being broke your whole life?
Couldn't do anything, couldn't go on trips, couldn't just go and get something to eat with my kids.
Okay. Why do you want to go on trips with your kids?
I was never able to do that when I was younger. I always got told no.
You see what I'm saying? So your why is you don't want to tell your kids no. Your why is like me. I grew up with tennis shoes that had holes in it, and I had to put tapes on the bottom of my tennis shoes to prevent water from getting in it. And I never want my child to go through that. My why is so deep that if I start really breaking down my why, I'm going to break down in here with 2 grown, good old chocolate brothers. And I don't want to do that right now, okay? And so for you, I'm saying you got to go deeper. I asked you 4 whys. You and your husband need to go down deeper. So this way you can get your 3 months. You just paid off how much debt?
It was $47,852.
Wow.
So you just paid off all of that debt. That's not easy. That required intentionality. It required determination, and you did it. So now what you're doing is, okay, these 3 to 6 months is going to help me. Not help me, but help my husband and I to not go back there. But it also will set us up to where we can start giving our kids wealth. We can start giving our kids freedom. We can start giving our kids joy. I really want you to spend time tonight, Danielle. Do this for me tonight. It's the weekend. You and your husband sit down and just keep asking yourself why. When you answer a question, why did that question? And get emotional. You get that. You will get your 3 months knocked out in your emergency fund within the next 3 to 6 months.
All right. When we come back from break, I'm going to talk to you about one of the biggest lessons we should have learned in 2020. You want to know what it is? Stay tuned. We'll be right back. This is The Ramsey Show. Welcome back to the Ramsey Show. I'm Chris Hogan, and hosting along with me this hour is Anthony O'Neill. And I tell you, we've had some spicy conversations already, and I absolutely love it. Got people calling in asking real questions about their life and their money. Now, before we went to break, I told you when we come back, I'm going to talk with you about something that you really should have learned in 2020. And Anthony was just talking to a caller about this, and I'm talking about an emergency fund. If you didn't understand the importance and the value of an emergency fund last year, you learned it, right? You learned it. Understanding having that money set aside to protect you and your family from life happening, because life is going to happen. And so having that cushion, well, you know, AO, I think about it. You know what an emergency fund is? It's a bodyguard.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lifeguard.
It's a big boy.
It is, just sitting there ready to protect you. So I want you to get serious about making sure you have that. The problem with us is in America today is we can get amnesia. We can live through something and say, I ain't going to forget this. But guess what will happen? You blink your eyes 5 or 6 times and we tend to forget. So get an emergency fund for you and your family in place ASAP. We talk about having 3 to 6 months of an emergency fund. And AO, people say, well, why do you say that? 3, 2, 6. Well, I want you to know, if you're working a stable job and you've got a stable income, then a 3-month emergency fund is suffice for you.
Yeah.
But if you are someone who's commissioned, you're seasonal,
yeah,
then you definitely want to look to have more of a 6-month emergency fund. And so what that'll do is, again, provide cushion between you and life happening. So it's important. Get your emergency fund. I'm hearing from a lot of people, AO, that they've learned that the hard way and they're getting it in place.
Absolutely. I'm telling you right now, man, I love it. Last year, when some things happened, like for an example, Hogan, I just got in a car accident.
Yeah.
And when I walked away from it, I was shook that morning. But when I woke up the next morning, called the insurance company, and found out the car was totaled, I was upset, but I wasn't like, oh, what am I going to do? Because I have my emergency fund in place for situations like this.
That's right.
You know, and so it just, when you have that emergency fund, not only is it a bodyguard, but it's also just some cushion to your life. You know, you fall back on it, you're like, all right, cool. So it's an inconvenience, but I'm not stressed, I'm not struggling, I am upset. But I mean, hey, at least I can move forward.
Well, and the main thing is you're all right. But you're right, having that emergency fund, it changes the game. So again, get it situated. And if you're out there and you go, all right, Hogan, you're talking about this emergency fund thing, what do I do? Well, I want you to know, you can get plugged into Ramsey Plus, which will help guide you on the process of not understanding just how to budget, but also the threat of debt, but it's going to show you the importance and how to go about that emergency fund. And so you can do this. All you have to do is go over to RamseySolutions.com or go to RamseyPlus.com. That's what you do. It's quicker. RamseyPlus.com. Go on over there right now, get in your free trial, and watch what happens. You're going to start to change your financial life. All right. Enough of that. Got to get on the phone. I got Ann on the line. Ann, how are you?
Hi, Chris. Hi, Anthony. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, ma'am. How can we help you today?
I'm finding myself, not disciplining myself enough to try to pay off my home.
Okay.
I'm on a fixed income, disability retirement income, and the only debt that I have is my mortgage, but I'm kind of stingy with letting extra money go. So I'm just trying to get some guidance on how I can do that.
Okay, well, hold on a minute. What do you mean you're kind of stingy? What do you mean?
Well, I know I have enough to send, to extra to pay on my mortgage to get the
so why don't you do it
down, but. That's the stingy part. I find myself saying, well, I don't want to spend this much. What if something happens?
Right. So, Ann, you know what your answer is? I just said, why don't you send in extra on the mortgage? The straight up answer is, because you don't want to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Am I telling the truth?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right. And so what we got to do, AO was just talking about digging in and finding the why. So why should you pay extra on the mortgage?
Because I want to get this paid off.
And why do you want it paid off?
To be debt free.
Why you want to be debt free?
So I don't have to really worry about worry about a lot of things.
That's right.
There you go.
You see, and so looking at this now, what you can do is be real with yourself.
Yes.
And now you can start to figure out, okay, what's the plan now?
Yeah.
So tell me this, how much income do you have coming in each month?
About $3,570.
Okay. And how much is your mortgage payment?
$1,130.
And how much do you owe on the house?
About $155.
And listen to me, Ann, because I tend to talk fast. What else do you owe on?
Nothing.
Okay, now, people get amnesia on me, Ann, sometimes, so let me just double check. You got any credit cards?
I have one, but
How much is on it?
the only thing I owe is $8 on it. And that's because it's it's one of those ones where they have a maintenance fee every month, so it's $8 that pops on there.
Okay, so we're going to close that out and get rid of that. All right, got any car loans?
No.
All right. Now, what I'm saying is, looking at it, do you have an emergency fund in place?
I have savings.
How much do you have in savings?
About $12,000.
Okay. So you got an emergency fund. We got to see, for you, you need the structure.
Yeah.
Did you do this loan? All right, Ann, listen to me. I got one hair on top of this head. Tell me this. Do you have a 15-year mortgage or did you do a 30-year?
30.
It's a 30-year.
All right. What's your interest rate on this mortgage?
Okay, so it's a conventional. So actually, the loan, it allowed me to finance the 20%. And so the 20% is 4.75%. And the 80% part is 2.24%.
You did an 80-20. They gave you a HELOC, didn't they? A home equity line of credit is what that is.
I don't know if it's a HELOC.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not sure. Okay.
Yeah, it is. And so they gave you a big old credit card attached to your house is what that is.
Oh.
Okay. So, okay. All right. Here's the reality. For you, you are sitting at a point, you got $3,570 coming in a month. You've got an incredible opportunity to really zero in and get focused.
Yeah.
And I say that because, the 80% loan's at I think you said 2.29. But if you zero in and get intentional, pay that little $8 on that little dirty credit card off today. Okay, the little maintenance charge. Shut it down. Get it out of your life. Okay. But turn your attention over to this 20% now and get this thing serious and get it paid off. You can do this. Is anybody else in your family, Ann, ever owned their home free and clear?
No, everyone's just financed.
Did you hear that?
They actually.
You want to do something new for your family tree?
Yeah.
You really? Would you love to hold them grandbabies on your lap one day and talk to them about how you paid off that house? Mm-hmm. How that deed is over there in a frame, and you can go over and grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think hopefully you heard Hogan earlier. When I'm listening to you, I don't really feel the depth in your motivation. And I really want you to spend this weekend really just asking yourself, what's my why? It sounds like you want to be safe, and I totally understand it. I don't need to know your age, but by the way you're sounding, it sounds like you would rather be safe than be aggressive, but I think that's okay. But at the same time, if you're making that kind of money, and you can be a little bit more aggressive and still be safe, and go ahead and create some wealth for your family. So what I really pray that you do from this phone call is hear Hogan, hear me. Spend this weekend just digging in why do I want financial freedom? Why do I want financial peace? And when you get that deep enough why, your motivation is going to be so good to where I think you may even start leaning more on the aggressive side than safe side.
Yeah. AO's being nice. I'm being Coach Hogan. And get fired up. Let's get intentional and start changing your family tree. Be that story that your great-grandkids get to talk about because you got focused and not finished, young lady. You can do this, and we're here to help. This is The Ramsey Show.
This is The Ramsey Show. You can be intentional about your character. You can have money and a career. You are the hero in your story.
Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, broadcasting from the Dollar Car Rental Studio. This is The Ramsey Show, where America hangs out to have a conversation about your life and your money. I'm Chris Hogan, and hosting along with me this hour is Anthony O'Neill, and we are excited to talk to you about your money questions. So here's the deal. I want you to pick up the phone. Call us. 888-825-5225. Again, that's 888-825-5225. We'd love to be able to hear from you. Kelly is standing by ready to take your call. You can also find us on social media at Ramsey Show or at Anthony O'Neill or at Chris Hogan 360. We'd love to hear your questions and be able to talk to you about what's on your mind. Ayo, are you ready to help the people?
Man, let's do it, man. I'm ready to go to the phone.
All right, let's do it. We're going to get to the phone. We got Michelle. Michelle's on the line calling from Denver, Colorado. Michelle, how can Anthony and I help you?
Hi, Chris and Anthony and company. I appreciate your time, and I'm so grateful to speak with you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. What's on your mind?
I am 49, self-employed, single, and I have zero debt. And I want to know what the best method to pay for a first home is.
Okay.
Ooh.
I love it. Talk to us. You're self-employed, so how much money are you making a year?
Approximately 40,000.
Okay, you're making $40K a year. All right. And do you have any other income as far as outside of your business coming in?
No, I don't. I do have approximately $600,000 in assets saved.
How much?
$600,000.
$600K. Now, wait a minute. I like this. Where did this money come from? Was it inherited, or did you just save it?
No, this is saving.
Oh, I love it.
Investing, lots of investing.
Michelle, how much of the 600 is invested for retirement?
So approximately 200.
Okay, and so the other 400 is just in a savings account?
No, it's divided with stocks, mutual funds.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
So real quick, 200 of it is in a 401k, you said. How much of it is in single stocks?
Well, it can't be in a 401k.
It's not in a 401k. It's in a retirement fund.
Yeah.
Oh, retirement fund. Okay, I thought it was a prior 401k.
Yeah.
How much is in single stocks?
Not too much, quite a bit in mutual funds.
Okay, go ahead.
I have approximately about 180 in between an offshore account and another 180 offshore account. So
okay, very good.
I like it. So let me ask you this question, because you're in a good position. I kind of like the fact that you have some money. I'm gonna let Hogan talk about that, because I would really love to get your retirement package and portfolio up a little bit more. But what's your dream situation? Do you want to pay cash for a home, or are you okay with financing at a fixed rate with 20% down?
I would be completely happy to get a mortgage, but I can't get a mortgage at the moment because of the pandemic. Qualifying during the pandemic was very difficult.
Yeah, especially with the $40,000 a year of an income.
Yeah.
Now, what do you do? I'm curious.
I'm a mariner.
Oh.
I work on selling yachts.
Yep.
Not selling them, but selling them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I would definitely say the very first thing I'm thinking is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Hogan, I want to see your retirement go up a little bit more. And so I don't want to pull $400,000 from your investments. I actually would prefer for you to move some of that over into your retirement, so it's covered for retirement. Mm-hmm. But I don't have a problem with you pulling some of it out, because I have some money in a mutual fund as well that I'm saving up for a purchase of home. So when I'm ready to purchase my dream home, I'm going to pull from that. But you're right. It's going to be hard for it to get approved for a mortgage right now at $40K with the pandemic. And then to pay cash for a home in the Denver area, you're going to need about $2 to $280 to get a decent home. So what are you thinking, Hogan?
Michelle, is this $40,000? Is this the most you've made, or was your income higher before?
My income was higher. I was working overseas for approximately 10 years.
Oh, you were working overseas for 10 years. And so what were you making during that time?
Anywhere between about 60 to 75,000.
Okay. And do you have an emergency fund in place?
Yes.
How much do you have in an emergency fund?
Approximately 30.
Okay. And what other debts do you have?
I have zero debt.
Zero
I own
debt?
My car.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
For my car. I do have a Roth IRA with approximately $80,000 in it as well.
Okay, so in looking at this, you have done a great job of saving.
Yeah.
And in looking at it, I do want to get you connected to one of our SmartVestor pros to be able to look, so you can start to earmark some of this money that's over the offshore account, beginning to look at it and calling it retirement.
Yeah.
I think it is going to be a little tougher right now to try to qualify, but you don't have any other debt, and you are making $40,000. So if your income has been stable, I would call around, begin to talk to these banks and lending companies, because your asset position is strong. Now it's just a matter of, okay, how much of that, in looking at those accounts, are you going to use for a down payment? Because a good down payment would put you in position to really be able to qualify. So that's what I'd do. I'd begin to kind of think it through, sit down with the SmartVestor Pro, but have a time frame on when are you looking to buy.
Yeah.
Right. And so that way you can understand you're not going to be renting forever. You're going to have an opportunity to be able to grow forward. It's just you're going to need a plan.
Now, from a practical perspective, Hogan, this is your space. This is where you're the expert at. I would say that out of $600,000, I'm gonna earmark $500,000 for my retirement. Take $100,000 to put down on a $200,000 home. That means that leaves me with $125,000-$30,000 mortgage. She can afford that.
Absolutely,
with the $40,000 income.
Yes, she could. And looking at that and putting that on a 15-year fix,
yes,
she's going to be fine. Matter of fact, she might be paying exactly what she's paying in rent.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
That's an option for you, Michelle.
Yeah.
Again, think it through, begin to have some guidelines, get all your statements together of your different accounts. You could do a Zoom meeting or a Skype meeting with one of our SmartVestor pros. Go to RamseySolutions.com. It'll get you connected. And then what you can do is start to see this picture for yourself. And then you stay in control of the time frame.
That's good.
But I love your saving spirit, young lady. You're not scared to work.
Yes.
And you also save, which is phenomenal. It's putting you way ahead of the game at 49 years young. And we all know the income has the opportunity to be able to go up just as things open up more.
Yes.
All right, speaking of this, a lot of people are stressed out about retirement accounts right now in this year. This past year was crazy. Maybe you're close to retiring. And now you're wondering, do I work a couple of more years to try to make up for the difference? Or maybe you weren't investing in the right things and you're thinking, okay, it's time for me to make some changes and I need to get a little bit more aggressive. Or maybe you pulled money out and you're looking back on it going, I wish I didn't do that. What can I do about it? Bottom line, if you're in one of these situations, I want you to know you don't have to face this pain alone. Working with an investment professional is crucial. And our SmartVestor pros aren't scared. They've seen stuff, and they're not there to judge you. They're there to help you. So go to DaveRamsey.com/SmartVestor. Or do this, my friends. Text the word INVEST to 33789. Again, the word INVEST to 33789. This is The Ramsey Show.
What makes our show unique is that we genuinely care about our listeners. We're intentional about choosing the best advertisers to recommend. Blinds.com is no exception. They offer high-quality window treatments at unbelievable prices, and they make it simple to shop blinds, shades, and interior shutters with easy online ordering, free shipping, and a guaranteed perfect fit. Go to Blinds.com and take advantage of this week's special savings.
Welcome back to The Ramsey Show. I'm Chris Hogan, and hosting along with me this hour is Anthony O'Neill, and we are very excited to be with you. If you've not had a chance to check out the website, I want you to go to DaveRamsey.com. We have a lot of openings. And talking about that, I was just talking about this more in the break in the lobby with someone. And so you've got a great opportunity to be able to find a position that you're passionate about and get plugged in. Go to RamseySolutions.com and check out the openings that are out there. We'd love to have you join the team. All right, we're getting back to the phones. If you're out there and you've got a question, this is the day to pick up the phone and let's talk about it. The number to call is 888-825-5225. Again, that's 888-825-5225. We'd love to hear from you. All right, we're going to go to Georgia. Looks like we got Sarah on the line. Sarah, how are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Oh, we're focused and not finished. What's on your mind today?
Well, we got a little crisis going on, so hopefully you guys can help.
What happened?
My husband and I, we are military, so we're finally home, and we bought a home, VA loan, of course, and we didn't know about you guys, so don't bite my head off. We didn't know about you guys till January, so we bought the house in December.
Okay.
So we started the baby steps. We're doing a Ramsey Plus. We're doing financial Peace University, so we're doing everything, and we're in baby step 2.
Okay.
However, the crisis is the house we bought, the basement flooded.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been flooding since February, beginning of February. Mm-hmm. And we've had 3 plumbers come in, and they're telling us we need to, well, one, they're saying that the sellers probably did the work themselves and did not do it correctly. All 3 of them are saying that. Mm-hmm. And also they're telling us the work is going to cost about between $10,000 to $15,000 to get it fixed.
Okay. So hold on a second. So it's $10,000 to $15,000 to get it fixed. Have you reached out to your realtor?
Yes, we did, and she looked at it and saw there's a bathroom that was remodeled and saw there was no permit pulled, and then got us in contact with a lawyer trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
We spoke with the lawyer yesterday, and they're saying that they're going to write a letter to the sellers hoping that they would cover the damage. But if they don't, it will take 1 year because of COVID. There's a delayed in court.
Oh, the court things. Yeah. Let me ask you this. Yeah. Did you all get a home inspection done?
Yes, we did, and this was not on it at all.
Okay.
Like the realtor also double checked.
Okay. Well, here, Sarah, first and foremost, I want to thank you and your husband for your service in the military. We're grateful for you. And I like that you have been hyper proactive. Everything that I've asked you, you've got an answer for. You've been moving down the path. Now, the main thing is we got to get this fixed, right? Right. So what's your all's income?
We bring in $8,000 a month.
Okay, $8,000 a month. And what else do you owe on outside of this home?
Okay, I have it right here on my loan, Ramsey Plus. I have a government credit card, $2,400, and my car, which is $36,000.
I'm sorry, you faded out on me on that. How much is this car?
$36,000.
Okay, you didn't fade out. I was just making you say it one more time. What's the payment on this thing?
$800.
How much is the payment on your mortgage?
About $1,545.
Do you see a problem there, Sarah?
Yes.
All right. So guess what? One of the first things you all can do to help you with this, finding this money to fix this basement, is this vehicle. What kind of car is it?
It's a Telluride. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I want you to go out there and tell it to ride. All right. Ride on off into the sunset. It's time to sell this thing. It's time to kick it to the curb. You're going to free up $800 a month in your budget. Right? Yeah. And so this is that mindset. Listen to me. I love that you guys are in Ramsey Plus. And I want to get your thoughts on this, but I love that you're all in Ramsey Plus. I love that you know your numbers. You're proactive. And what I would say is right now you're on the cusp of being able to make a change. But one of the sacrifices I would make is getting this vehicle sold. Go to kellybluebook.com, find out the value, call up the lender, get a 30-day payoff so you know what it would take to get it out of your life. You guys go get a $1,000 or $2,000 car, you're going to free up $800 to fix this water problem.
Yeah. Sarah, I'm curious, do you have any savings right now?
We have about $5,000.
About $5,000 in savings. Okay.
Yeah, since they told us about the flood.
Okay. Here's my suggestion from I agree with Hogan. We got to get that car. But right now, we need to really figure out this whole flooding thing because that can cause some more issues. And so while you're going through the process with your attorney, I would reach out to maybe one more plumber, one more person to see what they can do and try and figure out, will someone work with you? Okay. While you're talking to your attorney, while you're looking to get out of this car to create some extra income there. But even if you sell your car today, it's only it's an extra $800. But right now, which you need to get rid of that car so you can get on your journey. But how do we get this flooding fixed so that way we don't have mildew issues? We don't have to worry about a lot of other issues. So you got $5,000. Sit on that $5,000, and moving forward, I want you to pause paying your debt. Okay, I want you to pause paying your debt. I want you to put that on top of this money. That's going to all go towards fixing this water leak. All right, because this is a true emergency that could impact the family and cause more issues.
You mean pause paying extra on debt?
Yeah, pause paying extra on the debt. I want you to pause. I don't want you to pause paying your bills. No, right. But I want you to pause paying extra. So pause babysit number 2, but then figure out. Okay, talk to one extra person and then ask all three of them, hey, listen, we got $7,000. What can we do to fix this issue? We can give you $7,000 cash right now. Can y'all come down? Can you help us? What can we do? But do what Hogan says, you guys. $800 car note, that is 50%. More than 50% of your mortgage payment. That is ridiculous.
But you're right, A.O. The water's got to get drained out.
Yeah.
We got to turn off the water down there or fix, like you said, get $7,000 worth of it done. The good thing is you all are making $8,000 a month.
Yeah.
So, you all paying the mortgage payment, making the minimum payment on the credit card, paying that car note until you can get that thing sold. You guys can get this done in phases.
Absolutely.
And get it fixed. Absolutely. I agree. But yes, definitely pursue the legal options on this because this is an issue. And this is a major dollar repair that you all are dealing with. Yeah. But don't lose hope. This is the thing. One of those things that life happened. A.O. was just talking about his car issues, and I've walked through some issues, and it's real easy to get so frustrated and irritated that you lose hope, and you don't want to do that. And so, Sarah, I'm glad you reached out. You're talking about this. It's on your mind. Believe me, you can end up giving other people hope by being honest enough and open enough to talk about your own situation. Thank you. And I'm glad that you're plugged into Ramsey Plus. It means you're connected and getting the right information. Now it's the execution of the process and trying to get this thing resolved.
I agree.
And it's irritating, man. I tell you, when you deal with a setback, when you are moving forward and trying to go down the path to the next destination and deal with life throwing you a curve, it's frustrating.
It's so frustrating, Hogan. And I understand her pain, man, because I'm literally going through it right now. Like, I didn't ask for this. I didn't want this. But this is why you got to get out of debt, have a fully funded emergency fund for when stuff like this happens. It sucks, but you are prepared for it.
That's right. And people are dealing with this in all phases, whether it's in your apartment, whether it's in your home, a car repair.
Yes.
I mean, it's always something popping up. Mm-hmm. But, here's what I've learned. When you have an emergency fund, an emergency fund turns an emergency into just an inconvenience.
Yes.
Where you just go like this. Well. Yeah. I mean, all right, if this is what I got to do, this is what I got to do.
Right.
I'm going to deal with this. But if you don't have an emergency fund, it turns it into, oh, my goodness. Like, where do I turn? What do I do? And then you get panicked. Then you get desperate.
Yeah.
And then that's when stupid can creep in.
Right.
So, again, get your emergency fund. Be clear on what it is you're doing, but be certain of what you're not going to do.
Right.
This is The Ramsey Show. Welcome back to The Ramsey Show. I'm Chris Hogan, and hosting along with me is Anthony O'Neill, and we're excited. You all may not be aware, but there is a Ramsey network. Yes, we got a Ramsey network. All of us, all the Ramsey personalities here have shows, whether it's Dr. John Deloney, Rachel Cruz, myself, Christy Wright, Ken Coleman. We have a Ramsey network, obviously the Ramsey Show. And so you've got an opportunity to be plugged into content that actually will help you change your life. Anthony O'Neill has a show called The Table, where he's having real relevant conversations with people about life and money. And so you have my show, The Chris Hogan Show, The Christy Wright Show. So I want to encourage you out there. I know people like to watch certain shows and be entertained, whether they're talking about Maisel or Yellowstone or whatever else is out there. But you've got an opportunity to get some content to help you change your life. And this is different. So we need to be about business, about making progress, about being intentional, and not just having fun.
Well, hold on. Wait. They're going to have fun with my show, bro.
I said not just having fun.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, you're going to have fun and you're going to learn something.
Well,
now, on your show, they may not have as much fun. They're going to learn a whole lot.
I beg to differ.
I'm just keeping it 100.
Well,
I see your show. I learn a lot.
I had fun on your show,
I'm just
too.
Playing.
You had me on there. We had fun.
Dude, it was one of my best shows.
I need to come back.
Yeah, bro.
It was a lot of fun.
You haven't had me on yours, so I just want to call that out.
I beg to differ. When that free degree launched, you were on there.
That was a business move, man. I want a fun move.
Well, we'll figure out some fun moves. AO and I will arm wrestle or something. I don't know. We'll figure out something.
We already know who'll win that one,
You
brother.
sure do. Deep down in your little bitty heart, you know who's going to win that. But here's the deal. We want to take your calls about life and money. Don't pay any attention to us, but we are here to help you. Call us. The number is 888-825-5225. Again, that's 888-825-5225. We want to meet you right where you are and talk about the things that are on your mind and on your heart. All right, coming up, we got James over in Baltimore, land of real seafood. James, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Oh, we're focused and not finished, my friend. What's your question for us?
Yeah, so like the previous caller, I am also active duty military.
Man.
My spouse is an optometry technician. Currently, we make about, I'd say roughly around $6,000 a month combined. Mm-hmm. And my wife has $47,000 in student loan debt. Okay. We recently just paid off our second vehicle. I just made a payment with our tax return that came in. And I'm just trying to see if I'm taking the right approach to paying this student loan debt off. Currently, my wife solely works to put her entire paycheck towards the student loans.
Wow.
And so I'm just wondering if, while these loans are in forbearance currently with the current situation in the pandemic, if it's worth paying the loans off or building up our emergency fund, because currently we have nothing in savings.
Pay the loans off, man. Pay the loans off. And I'm going to tell you why. And I try not to be so aggressive when I hear this, when I hear people say this. But they're in forbearance. This means that they're not racking up interest right now. All right. And so for you, what I'm saying is you want to go in ahead and take advantage of this. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to get all of these student loans knocked out before the interest is activated again. And so with the way the government is looking right now, it may be a little bit of time, but I'm saying take advantage of this. I get it. You want to have a savings account, and we want you to have a fully funded emergency fund. But I want you to be debt free before you have a fully funded emergency fund. Because what you're doing is, yes, you're going to put more money into the savings, but long term, you're going to spend more money into debt that you didn't have to do because you was trying to save money. So what I'm saying, save yourself true money by paying off all these student loans, which is $47,000. Thank you so much for your service. But I promise you, when you pay these student loans off, my brother, I promise you, you'll thank yourself down the road. Now, for those of y'all listening, I mean, he ain't the only one, Hogan, who's asking that question.
No, not at all.
I mean, this is a question that you get all the time. Me and Dave get. I get on my show. Well, why pay? Why pay when I don't have to pay right now? Well, you do have to pay if you want to save money. Like, that's how I look at it. I have to save money. I have to change my future. So I have to pay these student loans off so I can get my life back and start focusing on the future, not worrying about my past.
No, you're absolutely right. And James, I would tell you, my friend, you want to get $1,000 and have that as just the starter emergency fund.
Yeah.
And then that way, if something happens, car repair, truck repair, whatever, you've got money you can reach and not have to utilize debt. But Anthony's right. You need to attack this debt with a vengeance and delete it and get it out of your life. Anthony, this brings up something else.
What's that?
We're going to have to go here. Because
Uh-oh.
people are having their ears tickled out there hearing about loan forgiveness.
Yeah.
Hearing about how the government is going to save the day. Yeah. They're going to roll through on the little horse with the student loan fairy, and they're going to sprinkle dust on people's student loans and forgive it.
Yeah, Hogan, man, and I'm trying to be sensitive when I say this because, and this is what I study. Right now, studies are showing, as of today, that the student loan forgiveness program is not working. Nearly 85% of the people are being declined. I think a higher number came out here recently today. But the government is talking. Me and Dave were talking about this earlier this week, that the government is there probably will be something in the future, but we don't know. So for me, my thing is, because we can't say yes or no, we're sticking with the no. We're going to take care of our responsibilities, and if it comes, then take advantage of it. But as of right now, past experiences are showing us the government will not forgive the student loans.
Right. Well, and they're definitely not going to do it to the level that people are expecting.
No.
Like, I've heard 10 grand.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Have you heard this?
Yeah.
If they do this, they're talking about a community service component.
Exactly.
Well, wait.
I'm paying the 10 grand. You ain't about to make me serve.
But how long? And what are you going to have to do? So
right.
My point is for people out there, I'm with you, Anthony. I don't want you to have fake hope and a false plan.
Right.
Let me say it again.
Right.
I don't want you to have fake hope and a false plan.
Right.
I want you to deal with the known.
Right.
And so, you having the mindset of you digging your way out of debt. I know the moratorium on student loans is through now, September.
Yes.
And so, you not being on hold, because here's my fear, AO.
Talk to me.
People that have gone without paying it.
Yep.
And you already know what happens with people if you're not on a budget.
Come on, man.
Now, all of a sudden in September, you're going to be like, you're going to hear that knock.
Yes.
That this payment is now active again.
Yes. And here's the thing, Hogan, and correct me if you disagree. We're not saying that we don't have a problem that we need to fix, but the problem is not forgiving. The problem is stopping it from even happening. So I think when people hear us like, oh, Dave and Anthony is just they're not. No. What we're saying is, okay, yes, this is a problem. Let's fix it. But I can't fix the leak if I don't fix what's causing the leak. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I can't stop the water from dripping if I don't fix the hole that's inside of it. So for me, it's like, let's stop the student loan program. Or let's put a cap on it. Let's do something, because if we forgive, like what they're talking about, the $10,000 would be close to about $600 billion. We still have $1.1 trillion in student loan debt. That is still a major crisis, and we'll be back to 1.7 in the next few years. So what I'm saying is, if we're going to be back, well, let's pause over here. Yeah. Let's go to the front end and fix the issue, so my kids, your kids, our great-great-grandkids do not have this issue going into the future.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it is certainly a massive issue. Yeah. And, financially, as you start to look at it, you're impacting 44 million Americans with student loan debt. And, the thing that I get riled up about is that, we got young people walking into financial aid offices, signing documents they don't understand for payments they can't afford.
Zero.
Can't afford it. Mm-hmm. And so now you start off life in the hole and behind. So that's why you wrote your book, Debt-Free Degree, How to Destroy Your Student Loan Debt. And so if you're out there and you want to know, how do I get this out of my life? I want you to check out Anthony's book. But at the same time, staying plugged in, understanding that we're here to help you, and you're going to battle your way out of this. We're not going to just sit and wish, right? No. We're going to work, and we're going to battle, and we're going to strive for progress, because that's what people do when you're focused and not finished.
Let's go.
This is The Ramsey Show. Welcome back, everyone. This is The Ramsey Show. I'm Chris Hogan, and this young person over here beside me is Anthony O'Neill. He's helping young people all around the place. He's helping people deal with money. He's helping people attack student loan debt. And I'm helping people, too, on The Chris Hogan Show, helping people understand that your retirement is about you being focused and not finished. And you can come over and check out the show. You can find me on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. We have a lot of fun over there with the segments with Did You Know, where I try to stump you and give you some information. We also do a segment called Panicked or Pumped, and that's where we talk to people that are feeling panicked about a certain situation or even pumped about a milestone that they've hit. So,
I like that.
Got a great opportunity. Come check it out. Go to chrishogan360.com. All right, Anthony and I have had a blast taking calls, and so Kelly is relaxed over there. We need to get her hair on fire. So I'd love for you to call in, 888-825-5225. Again, that's 888-825-5225. I need Kelly to get frazzled.
I see.
And so if
Kelly,
you call in.
I didn't say that.
You're such a brown noser, yo. All right, listen, people, I want you to call in. Let's get these phone lines cracking and talk to you about your life and your money. Next up, we've got Rachel in Little Rock, Arkansas. Rachel, how can we help you?
Hi. So I am 19 years old.
Okay, then.
And I moved out of my parents' house officially in September, and I have a full-time job.
Wow.
I tried the college life and decided I wasn't going to waste money if I didn't have a plan.
Okay.
So I have no debt. My car is paid for. I paid for my car. I haven't had any type of credit card. But I'm trying to make a decision of if I need to buy a newer car first for stability's sake,
okay,
or if I should get a house and stop renting, because my car's a 2008.
Okay, 2008. How many miles are on it?
151.
151?
What kind of car did you say it was again, Rachel?
It's a Subaru Impreza.
Okay, got you. Okay. You don't have to laugh. Don't make fun of your car. It can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't want your car to get upset, so be nice.
Elaine has had a hard life here.
Okay.
Hey, Rachel, how much money do you have in your bank account right now?
So I have my $1,000 emergency fund, and then on a separate thing, I have I think, $2,500.
When you say
and
a separate
thing, I should be getting my tax return for $2,500 because I didn't get a stimulus check when they came out since I lived in my parents' house, so they're giving me those as well.
So when you say a separate thing, are you talking about a separate bank account, or do you have this invested like one of those? Okay, I just want to make sure it's not invested in one of those little apps that people are saying that we're saving up for. So you got $3,500 saved up. What are you making annually right now?
Annually, $28,000 before tax.
$28,000 before tax? All right.
Correct.
All right, so I'm going to give you something you may not like.
That's per raise.
Okay, cool. Great. So here's the thing. You're doing great. I want to say this right now. You're 19 years old. You have no debt. You got $3,500 in your savings account. So let's talk about the car. I think that the car is great. You have 150,000 miles on it. It's a reliable car. I'm going to tell you, just keep up with the maintenance. If you take care of the car, getting it properly maintained, as far as oil changes, tire rotations, making your fluids are good, as long as you stick to that car will last you to about 220,000 miles, you know. Then from there, on the flip side, I want you to really start don't worry about a house right now. All right, I want you to skip over to baby step number 3, and I need you to set aside 3 to 6 months of your expenses. Then while you're doing that, I want you to go connect with our good friend Ken Coleman, because we need to get your income up. You're at $28,000 a year right now, which is okay. I'm okay with that at your age. But we need to get you up to right around $50,000. Then we can start talking about purchasing a home. But once you do get your 3 to 6 months of expenses, I don't have a problem with you going over to 3B, start saving a little bit. But what I really want you to do is get your shovel a little bit bigger. And Ken Coleman, if you go to kencoleman.com and listen to his content, he'll teach you how to get into that career space and figure out how to really do that. But that's what I really want you to focus on at 19. Getting your income up, getting a fully funded emergency fund. But I love it. I expect to see you in a house by 21, 22 if you really do these things over the next 2 years. But I think you're in a perfect place.
My little dream is to have a tiny house. So the house I want would be like $20,000 to $40,000. It wouldn't even be.
Wait, hold on, Rachel. What do you mean a tiny house?
Yeah, that's popular.
How big are they?
They're tiny.
What, really?
They're like 300 square feet.
Hold on. Ayo, hush. What? How many square feet?
Like 300.
Listen, man. It's popular within this younger generation.
300.
And she can pull it.
It's about my size.
Yeah,
well, okay. I'm living that minimalist life, y'all.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, don't you let the world try to tell you what you need to do. It's good that you have your own dreams, but at the same time, I think you move at the speed of cash, like Anthony was telling you. And you having that down payment is big. Here's the other thing. This Subaru, which you need to go out there and give it a hug and tell it you're sorry because you was making fun of it, that might be able to go 200, 250,000 more miles. Yeah. But here's the reality. It doesn't have to be miles that you put on it.
Come on.
You can move at the speed of cash. Mm-hmm. And so you thinking of side hustles, you being intentional, you could come up with money to replace that car sooner than later. But don't get caught up in it. The car's job is to get you from point A to point B. It's not to try to impress people. And when people get that confused, that's where they end up overspending. That's where I did my stupid. And so you want to be smart and avoid car payments absolutely like the plague. It's that important. Thank you for your call.
I love it. You know what, Hogan? I want to say this on the show. I want to learn more about this mini house. So if you're listening right now, I want you to DM me at Anthony O'Neill. Go to Anthony O'Neill's Instagram. And if you're living in a mini house and you're a millennial, I'm going to bring you onto my show. And I want to talk about this. I want to learn more about it.
I want to come. Let me come on there with you.
Yeah, let's do it because the resale value.
Is it like, do you just pick it up and move
it? No, bro,
like
it's smaller than this. And I'm like, okay, I purchased house to resell.
Right.
So I want to learn more about it. So if you have one, don't hit me up if you're thinking about one. I want to know if you have one. Hit me up on my DM. I'm gonna bring you onto the show, and Hogan, I'm gonna make sure you're on the show too. Let's talk about it.
Because if it's 300 square feet, you can't get all your shoes in there. I'm gonna tell you right now, because I know I can't get mine in there.
I can.
But yeah, I'd love to know more about it. I don't know of anybody that's living in one.
I don't.
And I've got a couple of friends that work at HGTV, and they do some stuff. So we need to get them. All right, that's what DM AO.
Yes.
Tell them you DM. How'd they do it?
Go to Instagram. Hit me up, Anthony O'Neill.
Okay.
And you'll see my information there. DM me. And I promise you, we're going to make this into a show.
Yeah,
and
we're going to find out more.
We're not going to go crazy, but we want to learn.
Yeah. And we may have to go out and go to one of these.
Oh, bro, let's do that.
Do this.
Ooh.
Hogan and AO on the road.
Yes.
We are going to check out this tiny house situation, and we're going to find out how they really work.
Can you imagine you walking into one? We have to get that on camera. This is going to be fun.
What if we spent the night in one?
Oh, no, I ain't doing that, bro.
That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to do an overnight camping trip. Oh, no. I love this. All right, listen to me. If you're out there, we're willing to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yes,
you just got to call us. Yeah. The number to call is 888-825-5225. Again, that's 888-825-5225. Don't forget DMAO. If you're out there and you have one of these little tiny houses going on, you can kind of tell us what it's all about. I've been talking to people time and time again, and AO, we're going to do the Blinds.com question of the day real quick.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Blinds.com, 100% satisfaction guaranteed means even if you mismeasure or pick the wrong color, they'll remake your blinds for free. You get free samples, free shipping, and the new promos they run every month, you'll save even more. Use promo code Ramsey.
Today's question comes from Luke in Colorado. My wife and I are currently paying off her student loans. A wealthy family member of ours offered to pay off the loans for us and have us pay them back interest-free. We started off with $124,000 and are down to $34,000 in just under 18 months. Should we take the loan from them even though we are not currently paying interest on our loans as is? And should we continue to pay off this debt as fast as possible? I'm going to say pretty much, hey, you guys do it on your own.
Yeah, pay this thing off. You've already chopped it down from 124 to 34.
Yeah.
You don't need anybody to try to save the day now.
Nope.
You got this thing.
Yeah.
So keep throwing money at that debt. Keep chopping it down. Get it out of your life. When you get out of debt, you give yourself a raise.
Come on now.
This is The Ramsey Show.
This is The Ramsey Show. You can be intentional about your character. You can have money and a career. You are the hero in your story.
Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, broadcasting from the Dollar Car Rental Studio, this is The Ramsey Show, where America hangs out to have a conversation about your life and your money. I'm Chris Hogan, and hosting along with me this hour is Anthony O'Neill, and I can't tell you how excited we are to spend the next hour with you talking about your life and your money. Now, the key is you got to pick up the telephone. I mean, AO and I, we can't just hunt you down, so call us. The number to call is 888-825-5225. Again, that's 888-825-5225. We'd love to be able to hear from you. You can also find us on social media at Ramsey Show. All right, AO, you ready for some phone calls?
Hey, man, you know I am.
All right, I am as well. So guess where we get to go? We're going to Kansas City. We get a chance to talk to Gene. Gene, how are you?
I am good. How are you today?
Oh, we're focused and not finished. What's on your mind?
I just have a question. We are, praise the Lord, finally in baby step 7.
All right.
And we are piling up cash because we'd like to buy some rentals. Hopefully that's something that, we can still have an income after we retire.
Okay.
So here's my question. We have been piling up cash, and I don't know which way to turn now. Should we go ahead and pull the trigger and buy a rental, or should we use some of this cash that's piled up to convert some IRAs into Roth IRAs?
Ooh, okay. Now, Gene, tell me, what's this pile of cash? How big is it?
Well, it's not that big yet. It's about $60,000.
Okay. And about how much do you all have? How much do you have in 401ks right now?
Well, altogether, with our Roth and our regular, it's about $650. The non-Roth is about $325.
Okay. All right. And you guys, you said you're on baby step 7, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
yes,
you paid off your home already, correct?
Yes.
All right. So what type of rental property are you thinking about buying?
Just a single-family home.
Okay. And about how much?
So we'd start with a smaller one, and then, as we build a portfolio, get nicer ones. So,
okay.
Probably around because where we live, I can probably get a decent rental for about $75,000.
Okay, so about $75,000. And so right now, as you look at it, what kind of income do you all have right now each month?
Each month. I'm sorry. We make $120,000 a year. What we bring home after taxes is probably about $5,000.
Okay. All right. So in looking at this, are you and your husband both excited about rental property, or are you all just looking for income?
Basically just looking for income because,
Okay.
We both have we're a little way out from retirement, but
I understand. And I asked that question, and I really appreciate you answering it how you did, because see, you get some people that are very excited and passionate about real estate, and they want to have some real estate. But you were clear. For you, it's about, no, we're just looking for the income. So in this situation, and I want you to sit down with the SmartVestor Pro as well as a tax ELP so you can run the numbers. But I would say you guys would be best served starting to convert some of the old IRAs and go ahead and paying the taxes on it. So now this money is shifting and it's going to become tax-free growth for you moving forward.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And so again, running the numbers. Now, this doesn't mean that you all can't eventually buy some rental property, right? But I want you to only do it when you're passionate. And here's the other thing. Only do real estate with cash.
So good.
Yeah, I want you to pay outright cash for it. Like none of this going back into loans. No more going back into debt. Y'all been there, done that, got the T-shirt, flip-flops, and the sun visor, right? There's no reason to go back no more. Yeah, no. And so you all, when you're passionate about it, then go that route. If you're not, real estate is too expensive, AO, to be dabbling in.
Hey, you teaching good, Hogan. I love everything you just said, brother. That was good.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. It's just, we got to slow down, because when you own a property, guess what? You get to repair it.
Yep.
All the stuff, leak, toilet issue, whatever it is, you get to do it. And AO, you know you're not good with tools. I know I ain't either. If it goes beyond a screwdriver, I ain't worth a penny. Like, don't give me no pliers. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with them things, okay?
Lord
but when you own it outright, yeah, you get to fix it. And so, you want to be smart, and you got too many people, Anthony, that are running off and, taking out loans for rental properties. And man, oh man, if you get a tenant that doesn't pay, you got a problem.
You got a huge problem. And a lot of people found that out last year, brother.
Yeah.
It
can be a big issue. So be cautious, Gene, and thank you for calling in. Again, go to DaveRamsey.com and you can click on the SmartVestor Pro, and you got an opportunity to just kind of run the numbers and look at this. But I like the idea of you all spending some of that money converting. It's not impacting your emergency fund, and it's really going to set you up for the future.
Yep.
Speaking of investing, listen to me. We got a lot of people that were stressed because they didn't have their money in place, or didn't feel like they had the right kind of guidance financially. A lot of people were working side hustles last year and having extra income. Or maybe you pulled money out of your 401k. They said close to 62 million people pulled money, which breaks my heart, because you can undo many years of deposits and that compound growth that's happening. But again, what's done is done. Yeah. But for you to be able to work with a conscientious pro, somebody that's not there to judge you, someone that literally wants to sit down with you and understand where you are, and more importantly, where it is you want to go. See, that's where the SmartVestor pros are different. They're not there to judge you. They're not there to sell you stuff. They're there to help you get to where you want to go. They want to help you reach your destination. So here's the deal. You don't have to run around looking for the right people. We have found them for you.
Yes.
You can go to DaveRamsey.com/SmartVestor. We have found professionals that are going to guide you the right way. Or you can go to ChrisHogan360.com, click on the Dream Team, and you can start to build the dream team you need. Tax professional, insurance professional, real estate professional, as well as a SmartVestor Pro. Smart people don't do it alone. You get the right guidance. So here's what you do. Text the word INVEST to 33789. Again, text the word INVEST to 33789, and you can find a pro in your area today. And I'm going to tell you, AO, when you get the right people on your side, it's a game changer, man.
It's a huge game changer, Hogan. And here's one of the things I was telling Dave earlier this week, man. It's, I'm looking to build like the ultimate dream home when I turn 40, right? So when I told that to my financial advisor, my SmartVestor Pro, he was like, hey, instead of putting that money in a savings account, you should just open up a mutual fund, because I started this, years ago. He was like, so you can get a little bit more interest. Not going to be a lot, but it'll be a little bit more. And it's just a great place. And they educated me on that. And I was like, yo, thank you for educating me, giving me the wisdom and the guidance on this journey. And that's what you want your financial advisors to do. To not just tell you what to do, but educate you on why you're doing it. That's a strong SmartVestor Pro.
No, you're absolutely right. And getting the right guidance, man, I tell you, it can make a game-changing difference.
Yep.
All right, people, stay tuned. Don't go away. We're coming right back. This is The Ramsey Show.
Folks, it's an honor to tell you about the Army National Guard. Not only are they big supporters of our high school curriculum, but they also give you the opportunity to impact your local communities. Whether your goals are to get an education, serve your country, or have a better life, the Army National Guard can help you get there. Plus, they offer unbelievable financial benefits. Secure your future today. Visit NationalGuard.com/Ramsey to find out more.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Chris Hogan, and Co-hosting along with me this hour is Anthony O'Neill, and I can't tell you how much fun we're having, and we appreciate all the phone lines blowing up. Thank you for calling in. If you've got a question about your life or your money or a financial situation, maybe you're dealing with something with your parents or trying to help them, or maybe you've got a question you've always wondered about. Should you keep the credit card? Is it time for you to buy a home? Or how do you deal with the student loan situation? What I want you to do is pick up the phone. Let's talk about it. Call us, 888-825-5225. Again, that's 888-825-5225. We'd love to be able to hear from you and what's on your mind. All right, so we're going to go to the phone lines, and I got Adam on the line from Texas. Adam, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you all?
We're doing fantastic, buddy. Yeah, we're looking forward to talking to you. What's on your mind?
So I'm 23 years old, but I'm trying to get my finances corrected now before I get into anything later down the road. So I had a question. You know, I have a serious girlfriend, and I'm looking to get married, and soon. She doesn't know that.
Wait a minute. How serious, Adam? How long have you all been dating?
Like about a year and a half.
Okay.
No, and
all right.
And so
fix your face over. Fix your face over.
All right. About a year and a half. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, about a year and a half, and so I want to buy a ring cash, but I have a car note, and I have some money saved already, and I just wanted to know, should I buy the ring first, or should I pay off the car? I mean, I'm trying to save money for a wedding. I also have another job offer that might pay me $6,000 more, or a pending job that might may pay me $6,000 more. So,
did you call in to let Anthony and I decide what you get to do?
No. Well, the first pressing thing I should ask is, what should I do about the car? Should I pay the car, buy the ring, or what should I do?
That's what I'm saying. That's what we want to weigh in on. So how much money do you have saved up?
About $6,000 just in savings.
All right. And how much do you owe on the car?
I owe about, with the payment that I just paid, it's going to be about $9,700. So $9,700.
Okay. And how much is this car payment?
It's about $265 a month.
Okay. All right. What kind of car is it?
A Toyota RAV4.
Okay. All right. And now tell me this. This is the big question here. This is going to tell me if you've done your research or not. How much are you anticipating to spend on this ring?
About 1 month's worth of income. So probably about $3,000.
Okay. All right.
How much do you make a year, man?
I make about $40,000 a year base. We get overtime, so that's before taxes as well. And I just started an operation at night with some people where I'm also making about $50 an hour, just doing some accounting stuff on the side.
Gotcha. And Adam, best case scenario in your mind, when is the wedding happening?
Well, I spoke to her mother, and she wanted us to at least wait until she's done with her bachelor's. So maybe next year by May.
Well, Adam,
so I was thinking about a year engagement.
Tell him, get it.
Adam, no disrespect. Your mother-in-law don't have the right to tell you when to get married. So I think once you propose, you're gonna talk to your fiance, and y'all two will come up with that date. And it may be after she graduates, which I think is possibly a good idea.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just wanted to be considerate.
No, I agree.
But, I mean,
I think it was a smart play for you to be considerate in that, and it's okay for the mother-in-law to have an opinion.
Come on, man.
An opinion. It's not a vote.
Yeah.
Y'all got the vote.
Right.
So you got the opinion. Right. But I'm going to tell you this, Adam, I like the idea of you attacking the car and getting this thing paid off. Now, I say that, again, this is one of those, you looking at it and figuring out. You seem very intentional. Could you buy the ring and propose and still attack and pay off the car? Yes, you could. Yeah. But I'm not sitting on the fence. AO is waffling over here.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I mean, I'm not saying I completely disagree. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I kind of like the fact, bruh, of maybe you getting a $2,500 ring, $2,000 ring, right? You don't have to stretch it to $3,000 because it sounds like you listen to our stuff and we say about a month to 2 months of your salary. So I'm saying you can find a good quality ring for about $2,000. And then I would leave you with $4,000 to put down towards your car. And then I would attack your car while you're starting to also think about once you figure out when you all are getting married. So I love the fact of you paying off the car. But what I do not want to tell you to do is prolong love.
Yeah.
Because the debt will be there, but I don't want you to miss out on something amazing. And I say that because of a life experience that I've been through. I prolonged it, and I missed out because I wanted to have my money right. I wanted to be this and that and this and that. And she walked away because she was like, if you love your debt more than you love me, then we have an issue. And I was like, I don't. I was trying to get rid of it. She said, well, we could have did that together. So what I'm saying is, I agree with Hogan. I want you to attack the car, but I also want to make sure you don't miss out on the love of your life in that process.
No, that's a good point. And we never tell people that you're going to let a financial decision determine your relationship or you starting or adding to your family.
Yeah.
So, that's nothing, Adam, we would ever tell you to do.
Yeah.
But, like I said, you have the opportunity to be able to buy the ring, propose, and still be determined and intentional in attacking the debt. Yeah. The main thing I would tell you guys is to be very hyper intentional with this wedding.
Yes.
Like this is the financial thing that can get out of control. Absolutely. Because unfortunately people end up trying to have the wedding for all of the family, meaning you're trying to throw a party for both sides of the family and everybody's got opinions. It's like yesterday's. Everybody has those too, but not everybody gets an opinion on this. You and your fiance will get to determine what's going on with the wedding and the kind of ceremony you want to have.
No, Hogan, you said it right, man. I thank you for saying that. Because weddings, man, the average wedding right now is in between $20,000 and $25,000.
Unbelievable.
And even with our income, what we make, I'm not spending $25,000 on my wedding. I'm gonna tell you that right now. My wife listening in the future, don't even ask me, because I ain't doing it.
Oh. Or you just gonna go there?
I'm just gonna go there.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Well,
$25,000 so someone else can come eat my food to celebrate me? No.
Well, the main thing to remember is spending that kind of money. This is one day. You got the rest of life ahead of you.
Yeah.
And so be smart. And I say this because I've heard of people. I did coaching years ago and worked with a couple that spent around $55,000 on a wedding, and it was ridiculous. It was absurd. And so it was all a matter of trying to do things for other people. And what we have to do is be really, really smart. All right, I want to take a social question for AO. Presley asks, I ended up with a degree with no market value. Would it be a good second option to bounce back? Meaning, do they go back to school and get a different degree?
No, I'm gonna say. Well, I can't say yes or no. What I'm going to say is connect with Ken Coleman, figure out what is your sweet spot, and then what are the requirements to land your job.
Yeah.
So if you know your job, let's say for example, you want to be a barber, have your own barbershop. Well, that doesn't require a 4-year degree, but there are requirements to get there. I think the main thing people have to do is identify what do they want to do.
I agree.
What are they strong at? And then figure out what's the direction I need to take to go there.
Yeah. Don't just go to school just for something to do.
Right.
Like go to work.
Yeah.
Like go to work and get some money, and then you can go to school at night at a community college. It's going to be a whole lot cheaper while you knock out the prerequisites while you're figuring out what it is you want to do.
Yeah.
But don't make being a full-time in education being your full-time experience when that's not going to pay you. You're paying for it.
Yeah. You're talking good, Hope.
Yeah. It's just so I agree. Ken can help you.
Yes.
Over there, help you to dig in and drill into this and understand. And there's a good place to go when you're confused, and it's called work.
Yeah.
Go to work, pile up money. That way you can attack debt or avoid debt moving forward. Stay tuned, everybody. We're coming right back. This is The Ramsey Show. Welcome back, everyone. This is The Ramsey Show. I'm Chris Hogan, and hosting along with me this hour is Anthony O'Neill. We want you to know that we want to talk to you. So if you're out there and you have a question, pick that phone up. Give us a call. 888-825-5225. Again, that's 888-825-5225. And I also want to remind you, if you've been out there and you've been intentional and you've been working this process and you get yourself to debt-free status, we want to know. You've got an opportunity. You can connect with Kelly. You can come in and do your debt-free scream on the stage. I just met some folks out in the lobby a little earlier that chopped down and evicted debt out of their lives, gave themselves a raise. You should have seen the smile on their face, got the happiness and everything going, because it's not an accident. When you make sacrifices, you can make progress. And so if you've done that, we want to hear from you. And also, if you're on that journey, I want to remind you, listen to these debt-free screams. Listen to this visceral moment where people are claiming back their financial lives. And that will keep you motivated, keep you incentivized to stay on the journey. We can all fall off the wagon. We can all get tired or frustrated or fed up or have some life happen. It doesn't mean you can't try again. You just got to climb back up on that wagon and start moving forward. All right, we're going to get back to the phones. We got Steve on the line. Steve, what's your question for Anthony and I?
Hi, Steve. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I've got an inheritance coming, approximately $170,000, and I want to know if I should apply that towards my mortgage or should I invest that?
Ooh, Ayo, what do you think?
Man, let's ask some follow-up questions here, Steve. Excluding your mortgage, do you have any other debt?
I do not.
Okay. What's in your savings account right now?
About $20,000.
Okay, you got $20K in the savings. How much are you investing right now?
I have total invested right now between 401ks, 457s, stuff like that. Probably about $285,000.
$285K. Okay, what are you making a year?
I make about $100.
Okay, you make about $100. Okay.
Combined income is about $140.
Okay, and how much is your mortgage?
It is the remaining is $234,000.
Okay, $234,000. Sounds like you already put in a 15% into your investments. You already have a fully funded emergency fund. Man, for me, if I'm in your shoes, say it again.
You're correct.
Okay, cool. So for me, I'm taking that 170 and I'm putting it towards my house.
Dumping it towards the house.
All of it. Every single dime.
Okay, so I keep getting. I'm asking all kinds of different. I'm asking everybody. So if I can make 12 or 10 or 12% in the stock market, and the interest rate on my mortgage is 2.8, isn't that counterintuitive?
Me and Hogan are both laughing. Go ahead, Hogan.
What in looking at this, Steve, what we're talking about, and I don't want you to. We can go down the rate and talk about the rate of return and things of that nature. But I want to hit you with one word that is the word that will really be the difference in that equation, and that word is risk. Mm-hmm. And when you owe on a mortgage, you have debt, and debt brings risk. And so what I like is the mindset of you throwing the 170 toward this mortgage balance and you staring down at your statement and now only owing $64,000 on your home. Mm-hmm. How much is your mortgage payment each month?
$1,800.
So $1,800. So you looking at this, and the reality is by 2022 you could own your home outright.
Right.
And now you don't have $1,800 a month leaving you. Now you could be investing an extra $1,800 a month. And what would that bring you? You see, it's all a matter of perspective. Now, another thing that you could do as you look at this is you could put a large majority of this toward the home.
Right.
Ayo, I call this the pie graph approach. I used to do this when I'm working with entertainers and pro athletes. Okay. If they were getting a big bonus or a big thing coming in, I would essentially say, okay, let's divvy this up like a pie.
Okay.
Like, how much of this are we going to invest?
Okay.
How much of it are we going to apply to usefulness?
Okay.
And how much of it are we going to enjoy?
Ooh,
okay.
I like.
So looking at this, the enjoyment factor, maybe that's $5,000. Maybe you're going to take a trip in honor of that family member that left you this money.
Okay.
Or you're going to buy a new watch or a necklace to remember them by. That's the enjoyment side. But now let's the use side. This is where I'm either going to apply it toward debt
Okay.
Apply it toward the house, college savings, things of that nature.
Okay.
And then how do I invest some?
Yes,
right?
yes.
And so, again, Steve, you could sit down with your wife and you guys could look at that. I think your holdup is, man, I'm getting this inheritance and I ain't going to get to do nothing with it.
Right.
If I'm using it all toward the house.
Right.
So that pie graph approach could work.
I mean, yeah, I like that pie. I mean, it's a great example. I mean, $5,000, take a nice vacation with the family. You know, he can apply some of that towards the debt and invest it. But me, I'm investing all of it.
Oh, of course. No, you're going to use the debt.
Yeah.
You're going to use it toward paying off the house.
As far as investing into my house.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Now, you and I are on other levels.
Yeah.
We're strange.
Yeah.
Because we go, oh, no, we know the value of being gazelle intense.
Absolutely.
And so, but again, having that mindset, you start to think, Steve, in just about a year later,
yes,
$1,800 isn't leaving you.
Right.
So you could use that money toward renovations. You could use that toward all kinds of things for the future. And it just requires us thinking a little bit different.
True.
It really does. All right, let's stay on the phone.
Yeah.
I get to go to the mother state, Kentucky. I got Eric on the line. Eric, how are you?
Doing well, guys. How are you?
Oh, focus and not finished. What's on your mind, buddy?
Yeah, so quick question. My wife is an occupational therapist. She's a 1099 contract employee.
Mm-hmm.
She works for a company, and but she's considered self-employed when we go to file taxes.
Right.
Should we be filing quarterly, or as long as we save up throughout the year, can we pay at the end of the tax season?
Ooh, okay. How much is she making in her job?
35 to 40,000.
Oh, you definitely want to pay quarterly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the IRS could actually penalize you all because you're not paying quarterly. And so if you wait and do it annually, you could get hit with a penalty. I want you to reach out to one of our tax ELPs and clarify, because she's making real money. And most of the time, people like your wife or who are realtors or things of that nature, and they're making, upwards of 30, 40 grand or more.
Yeah.
The quarterly is going to be the best way. Now, it's going to require some structure, right? Because you got to be disciplined enough to make sure you're setting aside the money. But to avoid the penalty, you definitely want to be paying quarterly, my friend.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
And it's, again, you just, you set aside 25 to 28% of all the money she has coming in, and you can figure it out, All right, let's see. Let's stay. We're doing good, AO.
We're doing real good.
Jenny, how are you?
Hi, sir.
How can we help you today?
I have a little dilemma. I don't know which one to pay first. If I have a tax return of $8,000, should I put it towards my mortgage, which I'm at less than $40,000, or should I put it towards my school loan and don't fall off
your debt,
which I'm at $61,000 on my school loan.
School loans.
Yeah.
School loans. Yeah, school loans. And here's why, real quick, because we're about to go to commercial break. Your house, you're good, okay? You're good there. Your student loans is hitting you with interest left and right. Well, right now, you're not paying any interest if they're government loans.
Right now, no.
Yeah, but what I want you to do is go ahead and get that knocked down as much as you can before you do start paying interest back on it. But so take that $8,000, take any extra money you have coming towards it, knock out those student loans, then go to your mortgage.
Okay.
All right.
So regardless of the balance, just
regardless.
Yeah. And Jenny, and like AO is saying, the house is separate. We want to knock out all consumer debt.
Yes.
Loans, credit cards, car loans, all of those things, everything except your mortgage.
Parent
want
loans.
that deleted out of your life, then build up a fully funded emergency fund. Yeah. Then you can start working on the house. So that's the order. And again, just, and also talk to your tax professional. We got to figure out why your refund is so high. You can get more of that money each month as opposed to letting the government have a tax-free loan. But I'm not going to get started on that right now because we're going to commercial break. This is The Ramsey Show. Welcome back to the Ramsey Show. I'm Chris Hogan, and hosting along with me this hour is Anthony O'Neill. We're excited to be with you. But I want to start off, and I want to do today's scripture. It's coming from Proverbs 9:9. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase in learning. Today's quote, tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. That's from Benjamin Franklin. All right, we're having a blast hanging out today, taking your calls. We have hit many topics, and we want to keep talking to you, keep connecting with you right where you are. So we're going back to the lines, and we have Jessica on the line. Jessica, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing all right, young lady. What's on your mind?
The reason I'm calling is because I am 36 years old, and my husband passed away 3 weeks ago unexpectedly.
Oh,
yeah,
Jessica.
It's very awful.
I'm so sorry.
Well, thank you. We've been following the Dave Ramsey steps since about 2018, and so we have no debt, and I did get life insurance, and it's for $1.15 million.
Okay.
And so I'm not, of course I have like people giving me financial advice.
Yeah.
But I know because of the steps that I need to pay my mortgage off and top up my emergency fund.
Yes, ma'am.
But I'm just wondering, beyond that, like, do I need to keep contributing the 15% every year for my retirement?
Okay. Jessica, there are many steps that you're going to be facing, decisions to make. But right now, it's all a matter of the timing of those things. And young lady, I'm so glad to hear that you all were plugged into the plan and you got life insurance in place. What happened to your husband?
Well, it's pretty crazy, but they don't know. Like, basically, I found him collapsed in the bathroom in the morning, and he was fine the day before.
Okay.
So they did an autopsy, but they still don't know, and they think maybe he had a heart arrhythmia. That's very rare.
Right. I'm so sorry. Do you all have any children?
We have no children.
Okay. Do you have family near you?
I do, yeah.
Okay, I'm glad. And that support network is really important. Here's what I say, Jessica. Whenever I bump into somebody, and unfortunately I have encountered many people going through different phases of life in my 20 years of doing this. But typically what I advise people to do is when you have life insurance come in, I want you to park that money into a money market account. I just want you to park it right over there. It's not a time to try to make decisions. It's not a time to be moving forward. And just let it sit there for 2 to 3 months while you gather yourself. You're going through so many things, walking through so many, trying to make decisions and dealing with all these things coming at you. You need a clarity of mind and a peace of mind as much as possible while your heart hurts. And so parking that over in a money market account, like you said, you've got a lot of people coming at you. And unfortunately, you've got a lot of salespeople coming at you. And you can also have some people that have the right heart to guide you. But you want people to come alongside you and be able to point you in the right direction. And so, yes, you do want to keep working the steps. One of the things I would ask you to also to be really, as my grandmother would say, be prayerful and careful about is what's the future of this home look like for you? And I say that because it may not be a place you want to be. It may be too painful of a reminder for you. And so putting that home on the market might be something you consider doing. Or you may want to stay there and pay it off. So you're going to go through and make some decisions for yourself moving forward. But I want those decisions to be on your terms. I don't want you to feel rushed or feeling like you have to hurry up and do something just because you've had the thought. You may want to get a notebook and start to jot some things down, some ideas and questions. And if you want, Kelly will get your information. I will get you connected to one of our financial coaches, someone that can walk alongside you and help you kind of begin to make the list of questions, not do anything just yet, but somebody you can talk to about the thoughts and ideas you have so you can begin to kind of make a game plan for yourself. And so I'm going to take care of the first 3 meetings with that financial coach for you. And just know I'm praying for you. I want you to make sure that you get connected to a therapist and a counselor. You you've got some grief that you're going to have to walk through, and get people around you. Just don't isolate. That's what I want to tell you. As a former master isolator, when you isolate yourself, you're only with your own thoughts and your own feelings, and it's so good to have somebody to be able to bounce that off of.
No, that's so good, man. And I'm trying not to be emotional, man, because, 2 weeks ago, we just lost my cousin. Found her dead as well. And one of the things I want America to hear is life insurance is so important. She was a steward and an avid listener of me, and she had a very healthy life insurance policy in place. And it felt so good to see my aunt and my cousins, her siblings, to be able to bury her in peace, not be frustrated with how we're going to provide for things, how we're going to pay for things, and to hear her that now she can pay off her mortgage. She can mourn in a joyful way, not in a how am I going to survive way. And I just want to hear America. I can't remember our information on how they get life insurance checkups and stuff like that, man, but this is so important. My cousin was 28 years old, Hogan. You don't know what tomorrow promises. But if you have a family, if you have loved ones, just make sure that you do the hard work today. Get the life insurance policy. Make sure you have a will in place. Make sure you have your things in place. So if the Lord does call you home, at least your family can celebrate your transition and not just be hurting down here.
No, you're absolutely right. It adds, not having life insurance adds headache and heartache to already a hurting heart.
Yes, there you go.
And so, we say all the time here at Ramsey Solutions, life insurance is how you say I love you to your loved ones.
Yes.
And so I want to do a teachable moment here for a minute.
Do it, Hogan.
We tell people to get 10 to 12 times your income in term life insurance. So that 10 to 12 times. So if you're making $50,000 a year, you're looking at $600,000 to $700,000 in term life insurance. Not through your job. Hear me. You're not going to do that. Don't check the box for 2 times your annual income in term life insurance. No, you want to get life insurance outside of your job, 10 to 12 times. So if you lose or leave that job, you don't lose or leave behind your life insurance. So it's important to have this in place. If you have people depending on your income, dependents, maybe your parents are sick and living with you. If you've got somebody depending on you, then life insurance is necessary. However, if you are an individual and you're single and you've got an emergency fund to take care of your final expenses, then no, life insurance isn't something you need. So it's really important to get it. And a lot of people say, Hogan, I don't understand it, so I ain't going to get it. Well, guess what? I'm going to break it down for you exactly what's going to happen. In order to get term life insurance, they're going to set an appointment. They're going to come get your height, your weight. They're going to get some fluids, blood, and some other urine and all the things, and they're going to send it off to the lab, and in about 6 to 8 weeks, you'll have a policy full and in effect. Okay, that's the deal. And so, but you have to apply for this. You have to be proactive with it. And I don't want people putting it off anymore. Don't tell me you got too busy. You can't get too busy to get this in place. It's really that important.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for teaching that.
Yeah, and by the way, people don't understand, AO, if you get term life insurance of $1 million and someone passes away and they had $1 million in coverage, a check for $1 million is coming in the mail.
Yes.
And so that's why I was giving her the advice of parking that money just to collect yourself. Yeah. What you don't want to do is try to medicate buying stuff. That stuff won't replace your loved ones.
Right.
And when people end up trying to make money decisions when their heart is broken, that just leads to more headache and heartache.
Way more.
A lot more regret.
Yes.
And so I want people to be intentional with that, be really smart, and I tell you, man, it's amazing. You never know what people might be going through.
You don't, man. And here's the thing, what you said, Hogan, is life insurance is your way of telling your family, I love you and I will miss you. And man, and I'm just trying to get emotional myself. So thank you for teaching that, man.
Absolutely. Needed. Well, listen, I want to thank all of you all for tuning into the show. I want to thank producer James Childs, associate producer Kelly Daniel. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. AO, thank you for hanging out.
Thank you.
It has been fun. And until next time, stay focused and not finished. You can do this, and we're here to help. This is The Ramsey Show.